What's the word, people? It's your boy Mac.
It's your boy Don.
We back. We back at it like a crack addict. Had a bit of a hiatus, but it be like that.
You know, we got lives, all right? We don't live in the podcast. We don't live in this camera, okay?
Yeah, you know, sometimes life just gets a hold of you.
Yeah. Sometimes life grabs you, holds you down to the ground, pulls your pants down, spits in its hand.
Oh, I thought you were going to say spits in your ass.
Does a little bit of that too, and then takes advantage of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I'm not talking about anything specific or anything.
Oh, okay. All right.
Of course not.
What did I say? Life's a bitch. There's a second line to that, though.
Yeah, life's a bitch.
And then you die.
And then you die.
That's why we get high.
Life's a bitch and then you die.
That's why we get high.
That's why we get
you never
high.
know when you're gonna go. Speaking of getting high, we might as well just get straight into it. We're
Come
not
on,
even
guys.
a minute in, but
Come on, guys. What are we even talking
But we
about?
gotta stimulate the conversation.
You
before
know we're
anything
smoking
goes.
pot. You know we're smoking pot.
It might
You
look-
already know.
I think our set might look a little bit different. our little podcast set might look a little different.
But we're still the same.
We're still the same.
It's
Mac and Don.
still the same you've come to expect from us, okay?
Oh yeah. We back at it. We got a sock on one mic because I lost the thingy thing.
Just pretend like it's not there.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
As long as you don't think it
Honestly,
exists.
if I didn't say anything, they probably wouldn't even have noticed.
I don't know why you brought it up.
It's been
personally.
it's honestly been on my mind.
Personally, you shouldn't have brought it up.
Fair enough.
But you did, so there's no going back.
Yeah, there's no going back at all.
Just like saying the N-word. You know what I mean? You can't take that shit back after you said it.
Yeah. They'll still love you though, like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, true that. You ain't getting canceled if you got a $20 million deal on Spotify.
20 million.
You're right, 50 million, my bad.
200 million.
Oh.
Almost 250. Don't play Joe Rogan.
Where'd you find that out at?
On the internet. That's
Is that an estimate? That's gotta be an estimate.
over the 5-year deal. I think it is. I think it's a 5-year deal. It's 250 million for 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, dog. There's some quarterbacks not even getting paid that.
Joe Rogan deserves it, though, if anybody deserves it.
Oh
We don't have an ashtray, do we?
The world is our ashtray.
Oh. Then put it out in my butt.
Okay, all right. You heard it here first, folks.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Hey. Mission accomplished is what you meant to say.
Oh man. All right. Episode 28 of the Mac and Don Show.
28.
28.
Speaking of which, that's my birthday day.
Mine too. November 28th.
28, baby.
What
We can share our golden birthday together.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are we doing for your birthday, Don? It's coming up.
So far, the only thing I have planned is fishing, maybe. And that's up in the air. So,
I've never been fishing.
would you like to go?
I mean, sure. Just know that I'm not the most experienced fisherman.
Of course not. Yeah. I would never assume that of you.
Yeah.
And we don't even have to get in the water, buddy.
Okay. I mean, I'll go like
Close to it. Yeah.
like knee deep. I'll go knee deep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Any farther than that, it might get a little scary.
Yeah, fair enough. I have swam with you more than once, and I would never put you in that position.
Oh yeah.
I respect your boundaries,
Oh yeah.
and one of them is swimming.
I just have dense bones, you know. It's hard to float.
Yeah.
It's hard to float. When you
He's
have
got
dense
big bones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they're not big. They're just dense. You know.
Big heart, big bone,
You know, mass times something equals density.
huge bone.
I took chemistry once.
I was talking about dick size, but
I was okay. Well, thank you. I think.
anytime, buddy.
All right, what's been going on these last 2 weeks that we need to speak on?
I
What's
know.
burning? What's burning?
It's been so long. We actually went to a comedy show since the last
Oh
episode.
yeah.
We haven't even talked about that.
We saw Tim Dillon live. Let's
saw
talk about that.
The Tim Dillon
The Tim Dillon live.
live in Denver.
So we show up at 9. I think we show up at 9. And
Straight out the lift.
Yeah, straight out the lift. And I think the show started at 9:30. We showed up at like 9.
And we drunk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we drank.
For sure. But
Been drinking.
the point
Should I
here
grab that
is...
candle? Would that be a foul if I grab that candle to Ashen? I feel like...
whatever you want to do. If you want.
I feel like the mic stand just ain't it.
The mic stand ain't it.
I'm
You
like...
heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. I'm just out here committing stoner sins, and Don's judging me, so we gotta get the candle. I think the candle.
You ain't a true stoner.
I think the candle's a nice addition. You see that, Don? Lit the candle just for me.
Yeah. I want him to think I live a lavish life. I want him to feel
the
the
vibe.
illusion. Yeah.
Set the vibes.
The illusion that I have my life together.
But anyways, we show up 30 minutes early, thinking, all right, we're about to get some good seats, whatever, whatnot. The fucking line is about 2 blocks long.
Literally, like, wrapped around a building.
We get dropped off at the front, and we're just like thinking, oh, okay, it's just a little line. And we just keep walking, and we're like, damn, this line is long. We go around a corner.
We
We're
contemplated cutting, but we didn't cut.
Oh, we tried to cut. They were giving us very dirty looks.
We was trying to be slick with it, and then all of a sudden, I noticed a mob forming around us. You know what I mean? I noticed a bunch of...
Yeah, we were about to get jumped on the street before we went in.
By some Karens and some Kyles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because we wanted to cut. But that was a long-ass line. So we passed one corner, and we're like, damn, it's still going. I think we passed another corner, and we're like, all right. It's kind of crazy. And then we finally get a spot in line amongst some hooligans.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Anyway, so the doors open, whatever, whatnot.
We're the real hooligans, because, mind you, we were smoking a blunt in line.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know many other people that would smoke a blunt in line.
Oh, there was a ton of people.
At the show?
Yes.
You think so?
I think there was at least like 2. I smelled it. I was like, oh.
A true stoner
Yeah.
can smell it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
so
a bloodhound.
But the way the theater was set up, you know what I'm saying? We got in, we got our seats. They were already pretty it wasn't like general admission. We had like specific seats, so it didn't really
Right,
matter.
exactly. We had already picked our positions. So.
Yeah. So we get in there, we made a couple friends, we started joking around. Whatever.
Yeah, we did make some friends in line, like immediately. Shout out to those guys, Bob and Brandon.
Shout out Bob and Brandon. If you're watching this, shout out to you.
Yeah, we love you guys.
So we get in, and then No, there's an opener. It was actually kind of funny. He said one joke that was really lame, though, and I was like, get him off stage. What was it?
What was the opener? Do you remember the opener?
Oh, I don't remember his name or anything. I remember thinking he was funny, though.
Yeah, he killed. I felt like he killed.
Yeah,
I don't even remember any of his jokes. We must have been fucked up.
Yeah.
And
I think we got a little too fucked up, because I don't particularly remember the show. Like, I remember bits and pieces, but I can't.
We were crossed. That's why. I feel like it was a combination of
Fair
things.
enough.
Because we had bought a bunch of shooters, took all the shooters. We had smoked like 2 blunts at least, right? Or 1.
Yeah, 2, for sure.
Yeah, I know we smoked one at the apartment.
Yeah, and then we smoked another one in line. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't the actual show, I would say, wasn't the most memorable. But
For a special, I just kind of didn't know what to expect, but I was still kind of underwhelmed.
I was kind of expecting him to kill.
Right, exactly. Like, I was underwhelmed.
Yeah, for sure.
For a special standard.
Maybe I was thinking like it was gonna be a lot more.
Like Comedy Works, I would understand. Like Comedy Works, if we were sitting like at a table,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It almost feels more of like that kind of vibe.
Just because we were in like a huge theater.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. So you're saying like if we would saw him somewhere more intimate, it probably would have been
Exactly, like Schultz. Like, I
better.
feel
Yeah,
like,
but I'm like, is that really the difference? Because Schultz's jokes were, I'm like, I could literally quote that joke with Michael Jordan. Like, he was like,
my hero,
Michael Jeffrey Jordan
Jordan
wanted to stick that tongue in my ass.
He's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
hilarious.
I'll never forget.
And like even Mark's jokes, like I'll never forget that shit at all.
Very memorable.
Yeah.
Very memorable. I'll give him that. Because the whole time I was like, what?
I just want to know what your house smells like, tacos or
I was
curry.
like, because he said that, and then he didn't say the tacos and curry. He's like, I just want to know what their house smells like. And then he's like, you know, these Uber drivers, blah, blah, blah. And then later he's like, yeah, like I said, I want to know what your house smells like. Tacos or curry. Like, he just kind of fucking
Right.
hate it. And
But everyone
was
knows
like,
what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know he was going to say that till he said it, and I was like, yo.
But I
like,
know, but like, I don't know. This is gonna sound crazy.
It's the punchline.
But
That was
you
the
know,
punchline.
yeah. But you know, like when you walk into like a Mexican dude's house and it low key smells like tacos and
Tacos,
shit in
yeah.
there. It's like
You ever have BO and it smells like taco meat?
no.
Sometimes my armpits be smelling like taco meat. I'd be like, somebody got tacos in here? But it just be my pits.
Interesting.
You don't get it? You don't get that?
No. I feel like my BO like probably smells different. Not that like that.
Oh, you built different? Your BO smells good?
I'm not saying
You think
it's-
your shit don't stink?
I'm not saying it smells good, but I'm
think-
just saying I probably wouldn't compare it to taco meat. That's probably not the
The roses really smell like poo.
good old Outcast.
Andre in particular.
Oh yeah,
In
for
my
sure,
opinion.
for sure.
Shout out.
I met Big Boy one time in our airport.
That's trippy.
Yeah.
Did you like approach him?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
What did you say? Well, you know how like
I
celebrities
said hi.
like
Can I get a picture?
you know how like some celebrities don't like fuck with taking pictures and shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, but what are you gonna do? Worst they can say is no.
Right. Yeah. You still want to ask.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it's like you might not get a chance. Like you could talk about it, but it's not the same as being like, "Yo, check this shit out." You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Freaking! I remember Cassie met Ice Cube at DIA.
That's crazy. That's wild.
That is wild.
I don't even know what I would say. I'd be like scared to approach him just because
Yeah.
he's like, because I don't want
Ice
him to be
Cube.
like I don't want him to be like,
No Vaseline, motherfucker.
yeah, like get the fuck out of my face. He just had like a 5-hour flight. You know what I mean? Like took the red eye.
Craig.
Put him up, Craig. Put him up. I say that randomly sometimes because I think that shit is so funny. Because realistically, if you don't have that strap on you, you're dead.
Oh yeah, it's like one of those things that I'd rather be caught with it than caught without it. You know?
Yeah, like you can't like. I know there was a lesson to be taught there, but also like you can't be caught lacking either. Like
Yeah, for
I would
sure.
be scared to be caught lacking.
Not in these streets.
Yeah, for real. My cousin be walking around with a bulletproof vest in Texas because.
Well, it's Texas.
Well, I think not to out him out, but I think he's just getting in places where he doesn't need to be, and so now he has to like he's worried. You know what I mean? Like you ain't wearing it for no reason. You know what I mean?
I thought maybe he was just wearing it like as a fashion statement.
No, he's like I feel like he's like in some snowfall, like the beginning. You know what I mean? Like the early stages of like
No.
like even that shit between Manboy. And like I know Manboy was on Franklin's side, but what's his name? What the fuck is his name?
Leon?
No, the one religious dude that they were like trying to get the jump on, but it went sour.
The one that stole their pack and the dude raped him? One religious dude.
Yeah,
Stacy?
He's like
Or
yeah,
not
yeah.
Stacy, but
He has
he plays Stacy in a different movie. But fucking, what is his
he
name?
like
He's the crazy dude.
right.
Crazy eyes.
But like crazy eyes. He's
know
like
who
he's
you're
just
talking
waving at me.
I know who you're talking about.
But Scully. Okay, so y'all probably don't know what we're talking about, but I'm just making a point that is very realistic. Two gangs like meeting up and trying to maybe even get the drop on somebody. Like that shit is very realistic, and I feel like that's some shit that like would precedent wearing a bulletproof vest. Is all I was trying to say.
I see. I can't stop calling that dude Stacy because have you ever seen that movie The Wood? Dang. I wouldn't expect you to see it. It's like a 90s black movie.
So I'm not cultured, is what you're saying.
No, I was just saying like
Ouch.
you probably wouldn't have seen it. It's not you're not the target audience, you know.
That one hits deep.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You're like, what's going on here?
But he plays this character named Stacy and is basically like the older brother to this chick, and then the main character is like trying to sleep with her. Or him. Or her. Yeah. So but he's the older brother, he's like low-key crazy.
So he just played the crazy guy in every scenario.
Yeah, basically.
Because he ain't acting.
He
He's
ain't
really-
acting. For sure.
That's not an act.
For sure not. God, what do we think about Snowfall?
Love it. Love it. I watched the first couple of episodes, but I stopped because I'm trying to do the same thing you're doing. I'm trying to like let them build up, but I gave in and I had to watch a little bit of Atlanta, and it was worth it. It was worth it. I don't fucking regretted it.
I can't wait. I really can't.
I was talking to the Oracle about it.
Oh man, I'm just waiting until they. Excuse me. I'm just waiting until they all come out, and then I'm gonna get the 7-day free trial. Then I'm gonna binge watch everything in 2 days, and then I'm gonna cancel it.
He's like, I'm gonna make a new email. I'm gonna create a new password, new username.
You know what's up, man?
Start from scratch.
I told myself I can only have one streaming service. You know what I'm saying? And I settled on HBO because it has my favorites. It has The Wire and Sopranos.
It gets boring though. HBO be getting like
A little bit, but they have like the classics. You know?
yeah, like Fresh Prince, Looney Tunes, like literally everything you can think of. They have fucking Popeye the Sailor Man, the whole catalog from beginning to end.
Right. And
You
like
can
the
watch all
HBO
of Popeye.
originals are like pretty dope
Yeah, and the HBO is just high quality. They've always been. I feel like.
for sure.
Speaking of which,
What were you about to say?
Dave Chappelle coming to Springs.
Oh yeah,
What you think?
I think that I should have bought the ticket when I had the chance.
Yeah, honestly,
I
like
was pretty close to buying it, but then I had some other obligations. I was like, I should probably just pass on this one. But then that shit didn't even end up going through, so I'm pissed. I should have bought it.
I don't even have the money to go, but I'm going. I'm going. I'll be there. Shout out.
Well, you let me know.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And
Oh,
if
for
you
sure.
If we don't go, then it'd be silly.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
yeah.
coming to
It's like
the
if,
Springs.
yeah, it's like if Jay-Z came and you had a chance to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's
yeah.
like, it's the fucking goat of comedy.
Right.
The goat of comedy.
Do you really think? In what regard is Jay-Z the GOAT? Lyrics wise, I would say he's a great lyricist. He's a very great lyricist.
I mean, probably in everything. Have you heard that new song with him on it?
that new song.
Yeah, it's called Neck and Wrist.
Okay,
It's pretty. It's
not ringing a bell.
Jay-Z is like the fucking goat. Like, it's kind of undeniable at this point.
I feel like that's
Like,
something that's neglected,
And it's
amongst
also-
people our age. I feel like a lot of
I was
people
just about to
our
say
age wouldn't say
yeah. I was just about to say that. I mean, I was just about to say it's definitely generational, but like, because if you put on like if you put on Blueprint, I'm kind of not vibing with it. I tried to listen to it like a couple weeks ago. Not that I haven't heard it before, but I tried to like re-listen to it like with a better ear, I guess.
Yeah,
to like
yeah,
actually to like try to pay attention to like dissect the
absorb it
album,
more,
you know.
more so.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm just not feeling it. And then I tried listening to the Black album, which like they say is better. I still wasn't feeling that shit either. But I fuck with 444. I fuck with this like his newer shit. I fuck with 444. Like most all the songs on there,
Right.
I can play.
Is it different? Would you say?
I think it's just newer. I think to me, like all that shit is like old shit to me. You know what I'm saying? It just isn't my vibe.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Even like I like probably prefer Reasonable Doubt, and that's like more 90s. You know what I'm saying? That came out in '96, and like Blueprint came out in '01. I think Black Album in '03, and then he had like a low key like a string of whack albums to me.
Yeah.
But like the shit that's good is like really good. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, of
the highs
course.
are super high, but the lows are like really low.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
To me, at least.
But he's still one of the most famous dudes out there.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
For
Like
sure.
as far as household names go.
Right. And a lot of like old heads like literally worship him.
Yeah, like if he's not the answer, then there is no answer. Like I feel like
For sure.
I was gonna say that as well. Like I didn't like know how to phrase it, but that's the perfect way to phrase it. It's like a lot of old heads are like JC hands down. Like I feel like Charlemagne said that not that long ago, and he was just like Jay-Z,
Yeah.
like without a doubt, like no doubt in his mind.
Like if
know
you
what I mean?
like if you ever watched the one interview he has on the Breakfast Club with Jay-Z and Charlemagne, like Charlemagne's like sucking his dick the whole time, like, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah, I mean it's
quote
Jay-Z
unquote
too.
giving him his flowers, but like it's like almost excessive. He's like
Yeah.
fanboying low key.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But who would it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm trying to think. Like
Like
he's his hero. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
he's like I hate to compare him to Drake, but like he's like the Drake of that generation.
Yeah, almost
But,
just like
less sing-songy, I would say. But,
Yeah, of
you know what I'm
course,
saying.
of
But
course.
he's like that caliber. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and he was one of the pioneers of hip hop for sure. You know what I mean? Because he was in that era, like right before we were born, where everything was like just exploding. Like we lived in a great era of like a freedom of music. I feel like everything kind of like broke loose because there was a lot of like taboo. Like rock music was taboo, and then hip hop was taboo. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I was watching this like YouTube documentary the other day, and it was talking about how like Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, and Biggie all went to the same high school at the same time.
Really?
And I want to say DMX too, but he was like a little younger than everyone else. But like
Damn.
they all went to the same high school like at the same time.
Biggie in my mind is like a goat. Like even more so, like it's sad he passed away when he did.
It's just
but
hard.
he's-
It's to me, it's hard to call Biggie the GOAT because he only has 2 albums, and one of them released after he was dead. And you know how I feel about those albums.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
So in my mind, he only has like one real album, Ready to Die.
fair enough.
But I mean, you can't deny that Life After Death has classic songs. But
Like I love the dough. Did I show you that song?
I know what song you're talking
It's
about.
featuring Jay-Z, and they're rolling dice at the beginning. It's just like,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I just fuck with it so much because he's like, "How did I do? How did I do?" And then he's like, 500, 500, and then he's like 500, 500 or better, and then he rolls it, and then he lands it, and then they all fucking like explode, and then that's the beginning of the song. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying
shit like
Biggie
that
has
I fuck
classics,
with.
classic
Yeah.
songs like fucking "Suicidal Thoughts,"
of course,
"Juicy,"
yeah.
of course. 10 more.
We were
10
just quoting that.
Yeah,
That one song. Was it "Suicidal Thoughts"?
I think so. But 10 Crack Commandments, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Like,
classics.
yeah, for sure.
It's always sad when an artist dies young. Too many artists die young.
Yeah, it is sad, but it like almost like solidifies their legend.
Immortal.
status, you know what I'm
It
saying?
makes them. It's like it reminds me of Sandlot when he's like, heroes are remembered,
Yeah.
but legends never die.
right.
And it's like Babe Ruth will forever be remembered.
And it's like they don't have time to like keep putting music out for us to like.
they don't have like time for to fall off, basically. You know what I'm
get
saying?
old, get soft. You know what I mean? They don't have
But
time.
like,
to
like,
change, grow into other people.
yeah, but like, you know how like, how do I explain it? Like, I can't think of an artist, but like,
Eminem.
yes, I mean a little bit, but
Talk about fall from grace.
yeah, or even like maybe like Ja Rule or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
wow!
niggas
Talk
that-
about fall from grace, bro.
for niggas that really like have like fallen off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
man!
like I'm sure.
I
there's-
listened to some Ja Rule songs and I'm like, who thought that? Like,
I
who
have-
allowed this?
I have this theory that we can sacrifice Ja Rule and get DMX back.
Okay, tell me exactly word for word. We need to write this down. What do we need?
I don't know what we need, but I'm just saying.
I'll bring it to the oracle. She'll tell me what to do.
There's got to be a way that we can do some sort of seance and we can sacrifice Ja Rule and get DMX back.
You know what's about to happen.
Coming
me from a seance.
But let's skip
You
on
went from
track.
my past life.
But you know what I'm saying?
We
Like,
were talking about comedians.
yeah. But if you know what I'm saying, like people don't have time. Like if you when you die young, you don't have time to get whack. You know what I'm saying?
Not only get whack, but like I said, we all change throughout time. Like we don't change, but we do change. You know what I mean? Like 18-year-old Mac and Don versus 19-year-old Mac and Don, and then 20-year-old. You know what I mean? I feel like that was all like it's almost like different chapters. You know what
sure.
I mean? Like you're a different person each year.
Right,
like
right.
not
But
to
I mean,
the craziest
right.
degree, right?
But I mean, look, just look at Juice WRLD. Like he died at 21.
yeah,
They just put out another Juice WRLD album.
yeah, I
I'm
know.
not listening to that shit.
I know, me neither.
God, so disappointing. Like,
Why can't you just be alive to put this
It is
music out?
so disappointing.
I don't know what it
Why?
is. I'm not listening to any music that's released after you
Yeah.
died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I can't.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate to harp on that. I feel like we talk about it all the
We
time.
do.
But it's just like
it always comes back around, but I mean,
so
it's
stupid.
yeah, I completely agree. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think like almost like the Anne Frank thing. Like, why are we going through this bitch's diary? Like, you couldn't have just left that be. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right,
damn.
right.
Now we teach that in elementary schools.
You know, we teach the censored version.
Yeah, for sure. Imagine you write a diary every day, right? And your like intimate thoughts, and then like we'll say what 50 years later. It's not even that long.
They'd have been like, they should lock this dude up.
It'd be like your grandkids. It's not even that long ago they started teaching Anne Frank.
They'd
right?
be like, Grandpa's a fucking weirdo.
yeah, bruh. You're like, what is this dude on, bruh? What kind of shit? You know what I mean? Like, they be analyzing the fuck out of it. They be teaching it at like middle
Oh
schoolers.
fuck no.
Hell no.
Fucking our middle school teachers being like, and then this word for word. You know what I mean? Like, god damn.
I had a crazy dream last night, and I woke up. Grandpa, no!
Damn, that bitch's ass was fine as fuck. And then one morning you're just like, the sunset was beautiful today, and that's
Right, but they take out like all the shit where she like is like
Masturbating and having her period. And,
right. I remember the period
like
stuff.
fucking with that dude Peter.
Right, and just like,
But they just literally gave us the abridged version.
You know what I'm saying? Why not just save it for college and give us the real version? Why we gotta learn any of this shit? They didn't even really teach us about Nazi Germany or anything. They just said, look at Anne Frank.
They're like, here's a documentary of a lot of bodies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You guys ever seen a dead body? You guys want to? To like a bunch of fucking 6th graders? Bunch of 12-year-olds?
Sounds like a fucking Kendrick Lamar album.
It was a Jewish woman.
And she was stuck
Inside the walls.
They said, let's take a shower. But it was it was the gas chamber.
What do we think about there being another Holocaust in China? No comment. Heard that.
Don doesn't give a fuck.
He said.
Can-
He said, "Fuck them Uyghurs."
Hey, can a motherfucker think? Yo. Can a motherfucker ponder on a question? Is that alright?
He said, fuck them Uyghurs. I don't give a fuck about them. He said, I don't got no opinion.
Fuck.
He said Taiwan's a part of China.
Hey.
Hong Kong too. While we're at it,
Shit be fucked up over there. Shit be fucked up. And that's why they move over here, because there's a currency advantage, so they can make hella dough over here, and then when it translates over to whatever their currency is, which is nothing compared to the US dollar typically, they're bougie. You know what I mean? They can buy shit like
It's like a life hack, though.
Right.
Like
Moving internationally and doing shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's why that's what a lot of people in Asia do. That's honestly.
That's what a lot of like tech,
Even people in Mexico and shit.
that's what a lot of tech dudes do though. Like, you get like a work from home job or whatever,
And you like,
and you're making like, like 100, like easy like 6 figures, 100K, like American money. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like coding or doing whatever. But you live in say like Singapore, Thailand, or somewhere like that where like literally American dollar is worth like $1 is worth like $10 there.
right.
So in reality, you're making like $1 million a year in like Thailand money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you could get a nice place in Thailand
Right.
because of it.
It's fucking life hack.
I just watched this comedian who was making fun of it. He's like, you guys gonna cancel me? He's like, I'll go back home. He's like, I got the currency advantage. He's like, I'm living nice. They worship me over there is what he was saying. And I was just like, yo, that's fucking crazy to think about, because I like at the bank, like you can see the inner, like what businesses do what.
right?
Just the inner workings is like weird. It's like opening up a stopwatch and seeing it tick and all that shit. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
like, with anything, I feel like, you know what I mean? That's applicable to anything.
You know what I find like kind of crazy and weird? Like, whenever you're, like,
Like you're riding on a plane and like you're just right above like
where you can still like see houses and stuff. You can see cars going by or whatever, whatnot.
Like
you ever,
chilling.
you ever like looking at that and be like, dang, that like looks like ants like walking and
Yeah.
shit. But it also looks like blood going through veins. If you think about it.
Damn. Yeah, I've never had that thought explicitly, but now that you say it, I probably won't look at it the same.
Yeah,
Every time I do it like that, or like even see a picture either like that, you know what I'm saying?
I think
I'm
ants.
just like,
Yeah,
whoa.
I think ants. It reminds me of. I think it's maybe a Family Guy joke where he's like, "Look, those people look like ants," and then like they lean over and it's like, "Those are ants." The plane hasn't taken off yet, or something like that.
Dummy.
But I like the blood in the veins analogy for like how people work, because sometimes I just feel like people are like germs, or like, you know what I mean? We just multiply, and then like you just see like one little person, and it's like they have a life. Sure, they have like a, you know what I mean? But they ultimately like go to work, go home, go to work. Just like an ant would like go and work towards like something. The shit burning the fuck out of me. You done with it?
Yeah, we're all good.
Bye bye.
Well, all right. Enough of the ant talk. What else is going on?
I was fucking with the ant talk, but
What else is going on in the culture sphere that Mac and Don need to give their opinion on?
put it in the comments below.
Fuck the comments. You gotta tell me right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, culture us in the comments.
All right, Don.
How do you guys keep us hip?
All right, Don.
How are we really feeling?
Is this a therapy session?
The Mac and Don therapy session.
Down bad?
My man Don's down bad.
Hey, I appreciate you pointing that out.
But it's okay. We got it. Us the Mad Friends got to give Don all our love and support.
Fair enough. Shout out to you guys. Anybody that watches this.
Yes.
Anybody that's gotten this far.
If you've gotten this far,
If you can't
Shout out
tell,
to you.
there's definitely alcohol in this coffee that we're drinking.
oh yeah, most definitely. We forgot to mention that.
Yeah. So,
I feel like we should start calling our Mad Friends while we're on air.
yo. Do you think Jalen would pick up right now?
What do you think?
We could try.
We should think of a question to ask him and then ask him a question.
What should we ask him?
Let's think something only the Juice Man can answer.
Right. Something that he would eloquently.
Well, didn't he just did something big?
He actually went to town hall and spoke for Pikes Peak Community College to change their name to Pikes Peak State College.
Yeah. That's
He's
a big
student
thing.
governor.
We've got to talk to him about that.
Hey,
do
just
you-
between you and me, he runs that motherfucker, by the way.
What do you think? Should we call him?
Yeah, we gotta think of something to ask him.
Okay.
Do you want to have him elaborate on how that went?
Sure.
Like, okay,
Okay.
bet.
All right. I think I gotta turn the Bluetooth up first.
Shout out to Juice Man. He's gonna be special featuring on the pod.
Oh shit! All right. That's a little louder than I thought it'd be.
Hello?
What's up, Jalen the Juice Man?
What's up, man?
You're live on the Mac and Don show. I just want to let you know, but we had a question for you, and it was burning in our hearts. We had to ask you.
Oh, shit. What's good?
I'm here too.
Oh yeah, Don's here too.
What's good, dog?
Okay.
We basically just wanted to call you to have you on as a special guest, and we wanted to hear more about you and your student governor position and what you did changing the name for Pikes Peak.
Yeah, we see you doing big things. We just wanted to discuss and wanted you to elaborate.
Oh, well, I'm happy to talk to you about that. So, I'm the student government president up at Pikes Peak Community College. It's about to be Pikes Peak State College. They offer 4-year programs in emergency medical service and some other medical programs like nursing. And so when community colleges have 4-year programs, but they're not necessarily like a university, they have the opportunity to become a state college instead of a community college. And, hold on, give me a second. But, I got to testify on behalf of the school and the students up at the Capitol.
Yes,
I
you
got to
did.
go with yeah. I went up to the Capitol with some of my student government members and Dr. Bolton, who is the president of like the whole community college. And it was really cool. I got to shake hands with Tony Exum, Mark Schneider, some representatives. When I got up there, they were like already familiar with who I was and stuff. Like it was really weird. I was getting ready to testify,
It's
and
the
they're like,
feds, they on
"This
your
is
ass.
Hollywood looks like."
They did that background check, didn't they?
I'm saying, like they knew about me.
They said
So it
your
was,
social security number ends in.
Damn.
Pretty much. I was like, okay, well, I was nervous at first, but then I started talking and was like, oh, they're actually really happy to hear students talk and just happy to, I don't know, they were just happy to have me there. I felt like I was in class. Like it wasn't that hard. It wasn't under so much pressure. So it was easy to testify. And then I got to testify online too. So it was really cool. And it means a lot more because my great-grandfather, my auntie, and my mom all graduated from Pikes Peak. So it's like legacy.
Of course. Yeah, my mom actually graduated from Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's what's up. Well, congratulations to her.
And you know,
It's going to be a state actually.
you know I was in that bitch. I did my time.
Oh, you already graduated?
No, not
My man.
graduated. I
You
need
did
to
your
get
time,
back.
though.
I want to get back in the school game though. I miss school.
Oh, not me.
I hear you.
What,
I hear you. I'm on my I feel you. What y'all up to, though? How's the show going?
Oh, it's going well, man. We just thought that was dope of you, and we wanted to give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Give you some love because we love you and we appreciate you, and
And we just see you living up to your name. You know what I'm saying? You got the juice.
yeah, you do.
Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That's wild because I was just thinking about y'all today. I had a proposition, but I don't know how you feel about it.
Well, talk to us. Talk to us. You are live on the Mac and Don show, though. Just so yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We are live.
So if it's too
Okay,
crazy,
you're
if it's
live,
too
right?
crazy, I don't want you know pop out there. But
All right,
you
now I
know,
won't get too crazy.
but lay it on us. Lay it on us. What's up?
Okay, so Donovan showed me a video a while ago of like a poor person. It was an inspirational video of like a poor person and how they changed their lives, and it was kind of inspirational. I don't know if you remember what it was. But it was like
Is it
poor,
in Thailand?
stressed, and then great.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So I was thinking about recreating that video, but with smoking instead of drinking.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And quitting smoking?
Not like, doing more stuff than smoking, if not quitting smoking. Because, most stoners probably won't quit, but it would be inspirational to do something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Are you quitting?
I am. I do have to get ready to quit because if nothing else, take a break. I mean, shit. It's been a couple of years now, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I can respect that. That would be funny to do. I would love to do like a skit thing with you.
That sounds.
Yeah, I was
dope,
thinking that would be
but
pretty cool.
I'm gonna let you. That
And-
sounds great. But I'm letting you know right now. I'm not stopping smoking.
I know you're not going to stop, but I thought it would be pretty inspirational. Like, well,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can do more.
I can be inspirational.
We
for
could just
sure.
play pretend. You know what I mean?
Oh, I can do that. I could be an actor for sure.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Okay.
And you know
Well,
what?
yeah,
You know what? I was actually talking to Mac about the camping trip we were talking about doing too as well.
oh, you trying to come back or you thinking about coming?
Yeah, dog, for sure.
I'm thinking sometime in June.
I'm more of a city boy, but I'll give it a try.
He's never been camping before, and I know you said you hadn't been camping, or you had.
I have been camping, but I went with my student government, and it was kind of not really camping, but it was camping,
Yeah, I feel you.
Well, we slept in tents, but we didn't like make a fire or, you know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like
Yeah, you got to make a fire.
half-assed.
Well, it sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be lit. I got big plans.
Did you already decide on the location or whatnot, or?
Kinda, sorta. I'm like bouncing my mind between a couple, but I'm giving us a little bit of a couple of months so it can warm up and shit, so we're not freezing our asses off.
True.
Man, you're lying. I was hoping it would be warm by now, but of course, Colorado's still chilly.
Yeah,
It's right around the corner.
We're still in spring, so you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what they say: April showers bring May flowers.
Yes, sir. And May's right around the corner.
Oh yeah.
That was slick. Okay. Trying to think of where else. I've only been camping like out in the mountains towards on the western side. Haven't been like northern or southern, but
I'm thinking
like, camping sounds fun.
Cottonwood or Breckenridge right now.
I'd be down for Breckenridge.
And we could just carpool, and I know a couple good spots in Breckenridge, and we can like camp like, and I'll bring all the fixins. Like I have a griddle, like a propane griddle, and I can make coffee off of that. I can make like last time I made avocado toast with eggs and shit. Like
Ooh, we getting real Caucasian on them.
I whipped it up. No cap. I just brought a table and everything, and then I just like brought the necessities. You know what I mean? Bread, eggs, shit like
I
that.
feel like I'll be cultured after I go on this camping trip.
You'll want to camp more. You'll get a hankering for it.
I'll be cultured in the mayonnaise ways.
Yeah, like Jalen and I have been on a couple of hikes. You know what I mean? Like walks anyway. And that shit's always like.
We went on a walk.
We did.
No doubt, for real.
We did go on a nature walk. Maybe I'm just a nature walk kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Dang, you do this to all your friends? No, I'm just kidding. Am I the only one who's taken here?
Hey, all my mains. All right.
Well, what else you been up to, Jalen? Anything new?
I started some IV classes, intravenous therapy. I don't think I told you guys about that.
Damn.
Dang, you can shoot me up or what?
Pretty much. You know, if the situation calls for it.
Okay.
Learning all the different drugs.
I'll let you know.
I'm just kidding.
All the different drugs that I've been having to learn about. It's, a lot to remember, but it's also very humbling and, how do I say, like, fulfilling, very satisfying. Because being an EMT is really cool, but being an EMT certified in IV, it was like, I'm doing the stuff now that I wanted to do when I was younger. Like I thought was going to be too hard for me to do, or would be impossible, or just wasn't feeling like I had too much support around my friends and whatnot. And it's like, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I wanted to do, and it feels so good because I'm learning how to deliver drugs, what's the good spot to deliver or draw blood from, deliver therapy into, you know what I'm saying? Recognizing when someone needs therapy versus when you hold back fluids. It's very fascinating, and it's also humbling, you know? Like, I have someone's life in my hands, and, you got to be serious and intentional with what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if I wanted my hands in anyone's life, I would trust Jalen.
100%.
That means a lot to me. Thank you, yo. And make sure I hook you up.
Hey.
Oh man.
You inspire me. I love you, Jalen. You're the man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We
Appreciate you answering.
Thank you guys for calling and keeping me on the show. Appreciate you. I love y'all too.
Yeah, dog. Much love. Well, we'll keep in touch like always. Hurdle Squad runs deep. We got to see what's up. We got to see what's up with Elijah here soon. I'm sure his babies do in any minute now. I think. I don't know which month he sold us.
Yeah.
I think maybe May.
Maybe. Gotta be soon.
Yeah. Got to talk to Elijah. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah. We got to check up on all our mad friends. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's mad facts for you.
Maybe.
Hey.
Well, we appreciate you, Jalen. You keep doing your thing.
All right, y'all keep doing y'all thing too. Stay up and be easy. And much love.
Yeah, likewise, bro. You have a good night.
All right. Yeah.
Later, buddy.
Shout out to the Juice, man.
Shout out. He's just an excellent man. I love that man.
Most definitely, for sure.
Man, we have lots of mad friends.
We got roots. We got roots.
Yeah.
Roots that run deep, that's for sure.
All right.
Should we limit it one call per video or?
What do you think? Who?
I was just thinking it'd be funny if we just called like hella people. Like we just kept calling. You know what I mean? Like
why don't we call Brennan? We could get his opinion on a few things.
Yeah.
I have a few sports things to ask Brennan.
Okay.
I don't have his number though.
Okay.
Actually, I think I might have his number, but I don't know if he has my number. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fair enough.
I've only really texted him like once or twice.
Can I hook up to Rode?
Oh yeah. I'll just turn my Bluetooth off. It's probably the easiest.
What is it? Boombox?
No, it's Rodecaster Pro.
I thought I would have it in here already, but I don't.
Maybe.
Is it pairing? Do you have to hold it?
I think I might have to just call him.
Okay.
Because I think
My bad.
Yeah. No, we're all good.
I don't know why it's not in here. I feel like I have connected to it before. Strange.
I'm sure I have Brandon as a contact.
I texted him 2 hours ago, so he better answer. Shout out to another man friend. He's gonna be like, who the fuck is this?
Hello.
What's
Brennan.
What's up, Brennan?
Hey.
It's Mac and it's Dawn, and we are live on the podcast. Just wanted to let you know.
Wow, I feel like I'm on a radio call.
Yes,
You
sir.
are on a radio call.
You are basically on a radio call.
That's crazy. What's cracking?
We just wanted to basically ask you a few questions and see what you were up to, and maybe see if you had any sports advice or like sports things you could tell us.
As far as what goes.
I know opening day was recently. I just like, what do you predict for what's going on? Like, I know you're in the betting game, and I know Mac might have a couple of questions for you in particular.
I just
Recently, yeah.
Okay, so look. I'm not a baseball fan whatsoever, but I'm trying to make a little bit of money this season. What should I pick?
You're trying to make a little bit of money this week.
This season?
Hold up, let me go look at some lines real quick. That'll be like seconds.
This season.
This season?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I would take. They probably got good money since they're not they're playing like ass right now. The Dodgers to win the NL West is like a good futures bet.
Yeah. Are you excited? Are you excited? Are you going to be watching a lot of baseball this season, do you think?
Weird, stupid plug to T-Mobile. Shout out to them. MLB TV is free from them. So, yeah, I'd just be watching baseball whenever.
All right, I have a burning question.
Okay.
Why do baseball players get paid so much? They probably are the highest paid athletes.
Yeah, there's no salary cap.
But who's really going to baseball games?
Well, that's the thing. I think.
And I'm just saying, I'm always seeing the stands aren't really that full, and whenever I do go to a baseball game, the tickets are $15.
Plus, the Rockies have lost the first couple of games, I think, already, right?
Have you ever been to a baseball game? Or a stadium in general? Those prices are ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, so concessions
Fair enough.
being extremely overpriced is one of the reasons. Having 162 games is another reason. And also the fact that I think we underestimate how much sports teams make a year. Packed out houses in the NFL that probably, the NFL is actually kind of underpaying their players, as ridiculous as that sounds.
Wow.
No, I can see that for
Yeah.
sure. In comparison,
to a baseball player.
Yeah. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So they're just making the tickets cheap enough to get you in the door, and then they're making money off you eating and drinking at the game.
Exactly. Plus, when you sign high ticket players, that's gonna bring more fans anyway. So the more you pay, you pay for what you get. If you're an owner.
This might be a dumb question, but does the MLB have second string?
It's 40-man rosters and only 9 people play a night.
Right, that's what I was saying. Is it in comparison to football, isn't that a smaller margin?
A little bit.
I would need to see numbers actually.
I think there's 53 players on a football roster as opposed to 40 on the base.
Yeah, so it's
the NFL is also not paying their minor league
teams. There's lots of affiliates. There's like AA, AAA, single A even,
Right.
and they've got to pay them, but they don't pay them that much.
Are you saying baseball does then, like the minor leagues?
Yeah, the minor league system, it's like a feeder system basically. The NFL doesn't have that. They have colleges who give out full rides to people.
Right.
So what do you think about sports betting just becoming very popular in the last like couple of years?
I think it's awesome. I think it's cool that you don't have to do it under the table through a bookie anymore,
Yeah, that is dope. That is crazy.
unless you're 20 and not 21.
And not buying from loan sharks.
I just think it's kind of funny how the government finally finds a way to tax sports betting, and then all of a sudden it becomes legal.
Right.
Right. Wild, huh?
Yeah, same thing with weed.
Do you think gambling's a real addiction?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything's an addiction.
Are you addicted?
But like a real addiction, like anything. Obviously, anything can be addicting. But come on now, who's like? I know some people that are like selling their body for heroin. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Dude? Are we saying gambling's like up there?
Yeah, no, I think it definitely is. As far as like, leading you to poor financial decisions. Yeah,
Okay. Investing's a gambling decision, right?
yeah, but that's much safer than betting.
Is it much safer than betting?
It is much safer than betting. There's a reason that Las Vegas looks like it does.
Ah, fair enough. Well, all right. He's brought some pretty fair points to the table. I don't know what to say.
I gotta say, he's a smart fella, and he's a
I
fart,
appreciate that.
a fart smeller.
A fart smeller.
Yeah,
I am a fart smeller.
and a
Only
smart,
for you two.
and a
wink,
smart fella. Hey, I'll suck a fart out of your butt.
All right, so
Whoa! Don't
take it
threaten
like
me
a
with a
bong
good
rip, huh?
time. Yeah.
but all right. So
Back on topic.
So we're betting that the Dodgers are gonna win the NL something West,
NL West. Yeah,
the NL West. We're betting
because they
that.
do every year. I mean, you're probably not going to make a shit ton of money, but you'll definitely make money unless the Padres somehow get good.
Somehow, some way.
Yeah, no. And then I'd go Yankees winning the AL East. I don't know what I would say as far as like winning the World Series though, because I don't think we've had a repeat champion in like the last 15 years.
Yeah, we've made some
Yep.
shitty trades over on the Red Cox.
Not as bad as the Rockies.
Ooh, the Rockies haven't been doing well already.
That's true, but
Yeah, they are.
kind of.
I think they're like 2-2 right now or something like that.
They've been playing better than the poverty franchise they are.
Okay.
I'm not, see, I'm not really like a baseball fan. I can't even parlay in this talk.
Fair enough. Are you what are you? Basketball?
Yeah, basketball,
Yeah.
hockey.
They got the playoffs starting. That's going to be dope. Also, the
yes.
Rockies are 3-1, about to be 4-1.
The Nuggets did really bad this year. They lost to the
Six.
What?
Celtics. The Nuggets have been doing really bad.
We're the 6th seed going into the playoffs right now.
I know, but
You
like
have to-
What? And they got soon to be two-time MVP Nikola Jokic, bro. Come on, don't play with them like
yeah,
that.
okay.
It's like we did.
Joker.
We did good considering the circumstances. Like two of our best players are injured.
They did lose
Yeah,
to
well, plus,
the
I mean-
Celtics, and they also lost to. I went to 2 games, and they lost. I want to say I went to 3 games, and they lost. I'm not gonna cap.
I just think you just saw those 3 games that they lost, and they were like, up.
Uh,
Season.
But I mean, what are the odds that I see 3 games that they lose? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm gonna
that's-
go out to a bar 3 times, order probably 3 or 4 beers, spend almost $20 each time.
Well, either way, it was a good time.
Either way, I did have a good time, but I'm saying the Nuggets lost to the Celtics in Denver.
All right. Well,
Well, shut up. Okay? How about that?
Nice
How about
rebuttal.
you just shut the fuck up?
That was
Shut your dirty whore mouth.
That was a well executed rebuttal. I love you.
Okay.
Yeah,
back on topic.
the Nuggets
What-
are going to beat the Warriors round 1 here, but don't
hopefully.
worry about it.
It's going to be tough, but hopefully, for sure. I'm definitely rooting for him. But okay.
I'm excited.
What would you say is probably the easiest sport to bet on for a noob, someone that knows nothing about the sports betting world? What's probably the easiest thing to bet on?
The easiest thing to bet on is easily the NFL.
Is that right?
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because I know more about the NFL than anything else. To be quite honest with you, the easiest sport to throw money in is Russian table tennis. I've never watched Russian table tennis, but it's fun.
Is that not ping pong?
Yeah, but
Why do
you
they
sound more
call it
official. And
that?
Because they're Russians.
you just sound like less of a gambling addict if you say
And-
table tennis.
They call it that in the Olympics too, table tennis.
Yeah, well, because I mean, you got to think about it. If you replace the
It's
P's with
mini.
CHs,
It's
It's
mini
kinda
tennis.
I think ping
I'm
pong
just
sounds
saying.
too Asian.
It's mini tennis.
I think it sounds racist.
Forrest Gump was
Ping pong?
Forrest Gump whips
They
some
literally
ass.
They literally just changed the C and an H to a P. Ching chong.
Hell no! Hell no! Oh fuck no! Get that meow meow shit out of my face.
That's a solid point. That's a solid point. I can't lie. Okay.
I think I like this guy.
This guy is my friend.
Okay, so NFL probably, but what? Okay, or Russian table tennis.
Or yeah, because I don't know shit about it.
Okay. I'm just trying to, make some ends this season.
Maybe Texas Hold'em.
Oh yeah. I don't think they have that, but
Not yet.
All right,
not yet.
What else is new in?
I got a business proposition for you, buddy.
What's that?
We start our own
I'll
gambling
whip
ring.
your shit in poker. Quit playing with me, boy.
Hey, you gotta start doing the counting cards thing, and then we'll just start running our own gambling
Shit,
business.
like that MIT thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you
Like
seen 21?
what would you call it? Autism.
Oh my god.
I've seen Rain Man.
What is he? What's wrong with being artistic?
He's
He
on
can draw really well.
He's on the spectrum for sure. I don't know if I want to drop the hard R on that, but he could count real good.
Real good.
Got a
Kind
real
of Forrest Gump.
purty mouth.
Yeah, sometimes you're so stupid that you're smart.
Right,
Forrest.
you're so far gone that you're so above and beyond.
It's like the spectrum's a circle, and it's like sometimes you can be like so far on the spectrum that you circle back to normal.
Yeah, and beyond.
Yeah,
And some.
for sure.
You're like 110%.
Yeah, it's like more than 360 degrees. It's like
Yeah.
480 or something.
120%. You can put in 125%.
All right. What else is new with you, Brandon? Anything that you're dying to share with the Mac and Don audience?
I'm not sure. I don't think I have anything else on the table.
All right, yeah, that was probably the right question, seeing as we called you.
We would call that a call in Texas Hold'em.
All
I
right.
hate you. God, I hate you.
I'm actually very thankful that you answered. I was telling Don, I was like, I have his number, but I haven't really like texted him in a while. He probably doesn't have my number too.
Yeah, no, I was a little confused. I'm not gonna lie.
See, well,
I was gonna call you, but we were having some Bluetooth issues.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was confizzled. I don't think I have. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't save numbers. I'll save it now though.
Yeah.
You got my number saved.
Is it? Is it? Or do I just know who I'm talking to?
I just feel like I'm on the Truman Show, and you guys are all actors in my life.
I already told you, buddy. I'm Truman, and I'm gonna leave on that note. Goodbye.
Oh, fair enough. Well, thanks for being on, Brandon. We appreciate you for answering.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all.
We love you, buddy. Thank you for answering.
Yeah, love y'all too.
Until next time.
Yep. Later, boys.
Later.
Well, it's another one of our mad friends.
Yeah.
What a great guy.
I like doing calls on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Some very solid takes.
I don't know why we haven't done that before.
Oh yeah, me neither. During our little hiatus, I started thinking about it.
I like it.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
We'll see what the people think, but I love reaching out to the mad.
Yeah, and anytime you want to speak on women, we just gotta call one up. So we
Yeah.
got one online that can check us. You know. What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for real. We'll
In
just
case
put
you
them
say
on.
something crazy.
I might have to put the Oracle on. Maybe we could have her
Something
on.
crazy. Oh yeah, I need to meet the Oracle
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I need.
She
my,
would actually love that. I bet you she would. She would love that.
for sure. Yeah, I need my cards read, but not by one of the crystal bitches. It got to be like an ugly old bitch that I don't want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? She got to be a zero on the binary scale.
Fair enough. I don't know about where you would find this woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
like all the tarot card reading bitches be the bad ones. You know what I'm saying?
there you go. There you go.
Tragic.
When they know the real shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The crystal bitches, zodiac bitches, they're all the same. All the fucking
They are
same.
all the same.
When were you born again? Don't ask me again.
Don't ask me again. And then they'd be like,
I know what day, but what time?
They're like-
I don't know.
they're
Please
like-
don't ask.
they're like-
I'm not calling my mom and asking either. It's
They're
not
like-
that big a deal.
"You're a Sagittarius, aren't you?" And then you're like, "Bitch."
How'd you know?
That's like when Rory was like, he's like, she's like, "You're a Cancer, aren't you?" And he's like, "I've been called." But no,
Oh man.
she's like, "Taurus," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm a Taurus."
Oh man. We got any plans for Easter? Are we celebrating these pagan holidays or what?
Yes, I'm gonna have to get my daughter something, but more
Are
important,
holidays just for children?
and people with religious beliefs, because I know there's Good Friday, and Good Friday is a big deal because I'll be at my church. I don't know if I had told you this, but I've actually been going to a men's Bible study on Wednesdays, and I just like deep dive in the Bible.
Some crazy shit in that bitch.
There is a lot to dissect, and like I get a lot off my chest, and I feel good after it. It's like a philosophical debate with a bunch of other like people that are like down bad. You know what I mean? It's like going to an AA meeting. You see Fight Club,
I was
right?
just about to say that. Like,
You know, in Fight Club,
I'm not addicted to any hard drugs, but I just said I'll never quit smoking ever. But it's not. There's no way I'm going to fucking Marijuana Anonymous.
there you go.
But yeah, sometimes you just want to air your stuff out. You know.
Like in when he goes to those breast cancer or the testicular cancer like meetings, and like he just feels better about himself, and
Right.
that's kind of it's fucked up. It's kind of crazy, but
I think it just more so like puts things in perspective. Like if you're down bad, like someone's always down bad more. You know.
yeah, and it just like makes it feel real, and like it's opened up my mind a lot more, especially to the Bible in particular, because like I definitely don't think God is a man. I think he's more of a force, right? So like if we're made in God's image, I feel like God's on the 5th dimension and we're on like the 3rd dimension. And it would be like if I took a notepad and I drew a picture of Mac and I was like, look, I made this in your image. I feel like that's what humans are. Like a fucking 2D, like we just have this very limited perspective versus like me and you are the ones pulling the strings. You know what I mean? I feel like that's
I almost think not the opposite, but I almost think that like God is more like, or I don't even like saying God. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like.
I think he's a force. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is like this.
I like saying like the universe.
That's what I mean.
or,
That's what I
like-
mean. But he's like on the 5th dimension while we're on like the 3rd dimension. Because if you write something down, it's like on the 2nd dimension.
Yeah, but like
That's the only thing I can relate it to.
I don't know. I just feel like God, like whatever this force is like more like us or more. You know what I'm saying? Like ever think like.
We're made in his image. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. That's what I'm saying. He's more like us than he is like not like us. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Bible, like or whatever, whatnot. Especially like in the Old Testament. You know, the Jew Bible.
He's like
he like
incomprehensible. Like if you viewed
Not even
upon
not
him,
necess-
like it would melt your mind.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know
they
I
say,
mean?
but like he has like human emotions almost. You know what I'm saying? Like he was kind of like being pissed off at us and shit, and like,
Right.
having
Oh,
regrets.
low-key. Yeah, I mean,
And then like he did the whole flood thing, but they
Right.
saved a couple of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. To me, when I like look at these like different stories and stuff, to me God is like more like us than he's almost like a Greek. To me, he's almost like a Greek god. You know what I'm saying? Where they
Yeah,
have,
this
where
is
they
kinda
have like
like-
struggles and.
melting my brain.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
thinking about this, yeah.
But he's like
I'm
more
trying to,
like us than we think. Like
Right, because I
and, like, there's,
never
like, a
even
piece of-
realized that.
You ever like hear people say like there's a piece of God in all of us.
right.
That's what
In
I'm
our
saying.
hearts or
Yeah,
whatever. you know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's like kind of like where I come. That's what my interpretation of it is, that there's like a piece of God in all of us. There's like a purity in all of us, and that like it's like he's not that different than, you know what I'm saying?
You and I. What if God was one of us?
Right, but I like coming at the Bible like more of like a like reading it like as a historical text almost, or not like historical text, but like a writing of the time. You know
I
what
think
I'm saying?
of like an epic poem.
or something like that.
like
I'm not
think
taking
of like
this.
the Iliad.
Yeah, I'm not taking this shit super serious.
Right.
Like I'm not living my life by the Bible. Like
Right.
I have different books I live my life by that I call my Bible, like,
Right.
personally. You know what I'm saying? But like the actual like King James Bible or whatever.
Have you
like,
ever read the Haram or anything like that?
the Quran? The Quran?
Yeah, I feel like what is the Haram? Why did I say that?
Haram is
A gorilla that died in the Cincinnati.
no, that's Harambe. Haram is the Islamic term for like a person would call it sin, like a Christian person would call it sin, but like haram is like more so like if I like pork is haram.
Okay.
Like it's like some shit you don't touch. You know what I'm saying? It's not sin, but it's like it's just bad. Like you don't touch it.
Right. Okay, so
That's
I
what
guess
Haram
I
is.
was saying the other one.
But if
like,
you're talking about the Quran,
Quran,
that's
yeah.
basically the Muslim Bible.
right, and like, have you read any of that?
I haven't read it. My grandma would like teach me it, but I haven't like read it.
Like, yeah, I haven't read any of it either. I'm actually like, but even the Bible, like studying the Bible, I do it.
It's like a big
Like, it's-
metaphor.
Yeah, it's philosophical. That's why I enjoy
Like,
it. It's because it's like you can relate everything that happens
for
to
sure, for sure.
something in your life.
Like sometimes like I reflect on stories in the Bible, like whenever like I'm like just like you kind of said, whenever I'm going through
Exactly.
shit, like the story of Joseph, how like his fucking brothers and his dad were all shitting on him the whole time, but he ends up to grow up to be the king. He was like God's favorite, but like the whole time, like the world is literally shitting on him. His brothers are leaving him out to starve and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at these as stories. I'm not looking at this
Yeah.
as religion.
And that's why I enjoy like going to the Wednesday service, is because we break off into groups, and then I do it with my stepdad, and we just talk about that shit. And like some of the other dudes will be like, "This reminds me of Job," and then we'll like flip through the Bible.
That too. That's
and
a crazy ass story.
And then open it up, and then like I'll tell him like what's going on in my life, and then he'll be like, Job lost everything. He lost it. He lost his kids. He lost his wife. And he said,
Nah, but check
should
this
we
out. All
should we not
because-
still be in faith to God? Like he lost everything. It was like, should we not still give our like faith, like praises to Him?
Right,
You know what I
but
mean?
get this is another example of God having human emotion, which is pride. You know what I'm saying? Satan was basically telling him, like, dog, if this dude goes through all this shit, he's going to basically say, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And God was like, oh, for real, bet. Let's bet on it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. They were betting on like
Betting
he
on this
thought that-
dude's fate. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? He God is like, all right, I'll take everything from this dude. I bet you he'll still believe in me. I'm that dude. You
That's
know
a
what I'm saying?
common Greek mythology theme too. Is like a bet like that. You know what I mean? Like I think they did that to Hercules. I think they fucked him over with the 7 labors. Was like you give him this impossible task and shit. You know what I mean?
what I'm saying? Like, that's just another example. Like, you know, God is
Yeah.
more like us than you think. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like even me and
That's
you,
some real fucking shit.
even me and you, if we had a disagreement and I was like, no, I know I'm right, and you're like, no, I know I'm right. We'll go back and forth for forever. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
stubborn ass motherfuckers.
Exactly.
But I never realized the mortality of it. Like, that's a real human thing. But I guess if we're made in our image, then we have similar emotions. Because, like, he is emotional. Like, I didn't even realize that. I felt like he was always partial, but you're right. He's always, like, you know, they say he has a divine plan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you think it's all orchestrated, or do you think it's, like, not? Because what you're saying is not, right? What you're saying is, like, because that's kind of where I'm confused. Is like, it's just not confused, but like,
I feel like
if we were actually,
I feel like that's like a Christian or maybe like a Western thing that
Right.
like things have to have like some type of a like plan or like a beginning and an end.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
so
like
sometimes it's
in
like,
Eastern religions, it's like circular, like almost like the seasons. right?
Buddhism.
Right,
I think.
like it's like reincarnation, like there's another
Yeah.
chance, and like and then after you've lived all these lives, and then
Karma.
and then you'll achieve like what they call nirvana, which is like basically heaven. But like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like it's not a beginning and end, like you're saying, like you're questioning, like is this like a part of a plan where there's like this is gonna happen to make this happen, like it's an end goal,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But like the achievement of nirvana, wouldn't that be the end goal? Like in that situation.
Yeah, but the goal is like through reincarnation, you're like just having more experience. Like
right.
it's
good,
like
good
it's
karma, bad karma.
it's the process, not the goal. You know what I'm saying?
right. The journey. You know
It's-
what I mean?
it's-
The journey.
Right. Whereas like kind of like the questions you're saying is like, but what is like all it mean? And when it's like the journey is the journey, it's just that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Whereas your question is this like part of a plan, where it's like there's no plan. It just is. It just is. So
This-
I guess it's kind of just different schools of thought. I don't know.
This reminds me of one of my favorite Buddhism folk tales, I guess you would call it. But like roughly, it's two Buddhist monks walking, and they come across this river, and there's a woman on the side that they're on, and one of the monks offers to carry the woman on his back, like to carry her across, and the other monk is appalled because he lets his brother know, he's like, we're monks, like we're not supposed to like touch women, we're not supposed to do any of that. And so
Fucking straight edge.
and so he still takes the woman and he brings her across the river, and then they continue on, and it's bothering the other guy, and then he finally like busts out, and he's like, why would you like directly disobey like everything we stand for, everything we believe in? You know what I mean? Like you dedicated your life to this, and you like directly disobeyed. And he's like, I carried the woman across the river, and he's like, you've carried her the entire way. Like you're still carrying her. You know what I mean? Like he's still holding on to her on his back. You know what I mean? He's shouldering the very idea that she's like, and so I think about that sometimes, because what he's trying to say is like, I just carried her across the river. I just did something that I did. You know what I mean? It's in the past, and it already happened.
But you've
and
been
I-
mad about it like this whole time. Like
and
you won't let it go.
you're still carrying her. You're still carrying the weight and the burden of it. And it's like the true teaching is like letting go. You know what I mean? Letting go of like worldly, like just like literally like you can do these things and still have not worldly attachments. Like he's not attached to her, but the other guy still is. He has this attachment, and that's like directly Buddhism thinking is like releasement of like material things and
For sure.
relationships and all that.
Yeah, one of my favorite Buddhist teachings is, I think I send this to you all the time, but it's dukkha. Basically a phrase that means life is suffering.
Right.
So it's like
Memento mori.
right. So it's like but it's like, it doesn't just mean life is suffering. It's like life is divine suffering. Like you have to find something worth like struggling for almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not suffer just for the sake of suffering. It's suffering for like a bigger
Picture.
picture. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. that good karma and that bad karma. You know what I mean? What you put out into the universe coming back to you, like that circle you said. You know what I mean? It's like you put good out there, and then good things happen. So they say.
Yeah, that's what my mom always used to say. She always had like these little phrases, and one of the things she always would say is, "What goes around comes around." And what she also used to say is, "You can't bullshit a bullshitter."
And karma's a bitch.
She always said that, but
Hey, shout out to all the moms out there.
yeah, shout out to those moms.
Those lovely mothers.
What would you say, Don? Are you a religious guy now, or what?
Like I said, it's the philosophy for me. I just like having discourse about life and the shit that is real, and we have fucking real discussions. And I talked to my stepdad straight up. I talked to this guy G, we call him, and he looks into the windows of my soul, and he asked me, he's like, "So what's going on in your life?" He's like, "What happened this past week? You had your daughter? You had your daughter this week?" You know what I mean? Just like tearing me apart, I feel like sometimes. And like he asked me the real questions. He's like, "I asked you, like, how are you feeling? Like, what developments have happened?" You know what I mean? And I'm just
Right.
like, and I just feel like I can get shit off my chest. And
So it's less about like related and more so like an environment to speak your a safe environment to speak your feelings.
Of course, and I love the way he put it. He put it as like he's like every one of us is looking for answers. You know what I mean? Whether you're on fire running into the church because you need salvation, or whether you know what I mean. Like everybody in there is flawed, and everybody in there knows they're flawed, and they just have questions and answer and like are seeking a voice of reason, seeking a direction. You know what I mean? Sometimes like for example, not to put my stepdad out there, but like he found salvation. Like he was at his rope's end, and you know, making lots of bad choices. And this is like right before he like went to prison, and like even after prison, like he just became more. There's definitely something about prison that turns you into a godly man. I just like I've been exploring it, and I don't know what that makes me, but I just have been like feeling good when I go. I feel good when I go, and
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess that's all that matters.
I like learning too. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm learning. I write lots of notes. I write lots of notes in my journal that I had. You roll a blunt on. But yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't say I'm like a religious guy, because it's like I just know that I sin. I know that I have these sins that are like anger is a sin, and it's something I care.
Is it a sin though? I feel like
It
that's
is,
just a
because-
human emotion.
Yeah, but it's a burden I bear. It's something I weigh on my shoulders in my
But is-
rucksack. But
But is being happy a sin? You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like,
sure, bruh, like greed,
yeah.
gluttony, and then even
What's in
anger,
the fucking
wrath,
box?
wrath, brother, wrath. Wrath is anger. Wrath is still a sin. You know what I mean? And just lots of things can be sins. You know what I mean? Eating good food can be a sin. You know what I mean? In excess. You know what I mean? Having too much wealth in excess can be a sin. That's greed. You know, these are all virtues. They're all good things to not.
I think life is more so about balance. I feel like
That's what it is. It's
Yeah.
checks and balances in your life.
yeah, but if you're saying anger is a sin, that's like saying you can't feel that without being wrong about it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to.
I mean, in excess. I mean everything in excess.
Okay.
Because they're virtues.
That's fair.
Patience is a virtue. You know what I mean? These are all like things
That's
that
another thing my mom used to say.
you practice. You know what I mean? It's all things that you checks and balances. It just checks and balances you. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
These are all things just to like. That's why I like studying it. Is because like I come out of it like a little bit wiser about maybe myself, or just like about my spirit in general, because I believe in spiritual shit. I definitely believe in like, I believe that if you're like intimate with somebody, then like your spirit probably ties with them, and you probably are left with another person, like another person's soul, like on your soul at the very least. And I think that's something to heavily consider when you do stuff like that. Like I genuinely have like a gut feeling about that shit, and so it's like I feel like it's just something to live
Right.
by, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not saying that I wouldn't say that I'm religious, though. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Because I'm
Yeah,
like
I would-
you.
I would-
I'm like you. I'm like, I have interests. You know what I mean? I'm interested in all these different religions, but I
Right,
also believe
for
in this
sure.
like force that's like maybe pulling strings, and that's what I mean by like in the fifth dimension is because we like there might be shit going on all around us, like a super highway of like things going on around us that we can't even perceive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Most definitely. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of interested in a little bit of everything. You know, I feel
Exactly.
like
That you have to be.
every religion in the world has a good lesson to teach.
I like to think everybody's right
Yeah,
because I know nothing, but I'm just.
I would like to think everyone's right too, because if you know what I'm saying, if you tell an Arab dude, a Jewish dude, American dude,
yeah, like American.
black dude, fucking Irish dude, if you tell them all the same story and then they retold it to someone else, they
You're
would
right.
each say
Everybody says some like it's a
Other
game of
crazy-
telephone.
right.
It's a game of telephone, and that's the same thing with the Bible.
Right,
the Bible
so if
too.
Right. So if I'm God, I told the Arab dude and I told all these dudes the same thing. They all went and created their own religion based off what they interpreted.
Exactly. For real, Native Americans, you know what I mean? They all had to like fill in the blanks. They all
Right,
filled in the blanks,
right.
and because of their different experiences, they filled it in differently. Of
Right.
course they would.
For
Why
sure.
wouldn't they?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't they? It only makes sense, and that's why you have to study each of them and like take a little bit away. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not gonna put a coexist bumper sticker on the back of my car.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? And then shave the side of my head and dye it purple.
right. And it's like, I don't know, just religion has good things to teach. Like another example, but like when Moses took his people out of Egypt and they had to stay in the desert for however long amount of time before they got to the quote unquote promised land.
They
You know
had
what
to
I'm saying?
traverse a lot of land, right?
Right. But you know what I'm saying?
And a sea.
Exactly. But like kind of to your point earlier, like quote unquote whatever God's plan was, he didn't make it easy for them. He was like,
Of course.
all right,
not.
like I know you've been through this struggle, but you're gonna have to struggle some more. Like I know
Yeah.
you just been slaves, but you also gonna have to struggle out here in the desert. And then that's when they fucking flipped, started worshiping like the other gods or whatever. And then he's like, oh well, now y'all really fucked up. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I had a good plan for you, but now y'all fucked it up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. It is crazy to think that like he could just have emotions like that, like be biased. Like it's like
Right.
it's almost like he's not unbiased. You know what I mean? He
For
just
sure.
has like he's
he's
not
like-
gonna put his hand in, but he's also like orchestrating it. I feel
Right.
like.
Almost like he's like nuanced, almost like I don't know. It's like the Frankenstein type of thing. Like if you create something and you don't know
Oh, yeah.
what they're gonna do after they have their own sentience or their own being or their own thoughts.
You are almost scared of the thing you created.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like scared of what they're gonna do, or like can't because they don't listen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They don't fucking listen. It's probably why he doesn't deliberately make himself like visible or like you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
But then he does because there's a little piece of him in each of us. At least I believe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like individually, he probably like because I've had like inexplicable thoughts. Like I actually got baptized because like they were calling for baptisms at my church, and I just like was like got up, and I was like, why am I getting up? And then like I like started walking like over and started like filling out all the information, and I was just like am I for real gonna do this right now? And then like I got baptized by my mom.
Yeah. That's crazy. They gotta baptize me like on my deathbed, just in case.
That might be a little late. You might want to get it done a little early.
But once you do it, like all your sins are washed away.
Right. So
So
you
it's like, that's why you do it at the very end. You get what I'm saying?
this man smart as fuck. This man got the life hack.
Been doing dirt for 100 years, so I'm like,
Hey.
I'm sorry.
You got like
Sorry, God.
you got like 7 necklaces on, and it's like the Star of David. You got the cross. You're just like
I'm praying to every God just in case.
you're like, all right, dunk me in.
Yeah, you're like, I'm like, all right, which way is east? Come bring the towel.
Hey, we gotta do this shit quick. I feel it coming on.
Ah man. Yeah.
The
that's
pandering.
why I like knowing so much about different religions, because you know exactly how to make fun of all of them.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because like my brother's mom, because we have different moms, like that side of the family is like all Jewish, and like even my nephew has a different Jewish name. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see.
Yeah. And like they want him to have a bar mitzvah and all that shit. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, it's
Gotta love it.
And then my grandma like basically raised me Muslim. Like we had like all the Muslim rules in the household, but like we didn't like go to the mosque or anything. So it's like I'm pretty like real versed in like a whole bunch of religions.
I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Don. What we're approaching an hour and a half. What else we got to? What else is burning on our minds that we have to tell the Mac and Don audience?
Hopefully you see a lot more of us.
Oh yeah. We'll be back doing our regular stuff. I excuse me. I have a lot of things I want to review on the channel.
Yeah, we have some good guests lined up. I think we have like
Oh yeah,
a bunch of people we need to get on.
Oh yeah, go watch the episode we did on Wade's cereal.
Yes, please.
That came out probably about a week or so ago. But
Yes,
make sure you go watch it. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Our friend Josh was gracious enough to have us on his podcast. We might even do it again. It was really a great time.
Would love to do it again.
Lots of good laughs.
Great content.
For sure.
Definitely worth listening to. I'm pretty sure I listened to the whole thing again, and it was just like, it's fun. It's fun to watch.
Most definitely.
Good times. Fun, good times.
Oh yeah. What else? What else we got to plug? Should we do any church announcements like they do?
You woke up this morning. You upright and breathing. Thank you, God. The Lord is willing.
Oh man,
The Lord is willing, my brother.
he's willing.
Sorry, I've been. I don't know what just happened. I was channeling the spirit there.
Oh man, we about to go Kanye on our ass.
Ooh.
No cuss words on the album, huh?
Oh God. Still haven't listened to it fully.
I gotta show you this one song. I actually really like it. All right, but it's on the deluxe version. All right, it's been another episode of the Mac and Don Show.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. Episode number 28, and we will see you next time.
Yes.